students, good afternoon. And
Good.
yeah, this class will be the last class of module 1. So we had theories in this class, and along the theories we had some application of those theories. So majorly two types of problem which you will be facing in this module 1. One is coplanar concurrent force system, and second one is coplanar non-concurrent force system. These are the two things where you will find formulas and you have to solve, and the remaining topics will be generally theories. Our assignment I am giving to you, which will be purely the university questions which they have already solved. So that is what I am giving. So you put effort in order to solve by yourself. Why? Because those universities questions may repeat. So I found that some students are doing genuinely and some are copying due to the lack of time. So everybody has to manage time. Why? Because each and every person is having 24 hours of time and they have their timetable. So you are working for 5 subject plus 2 lab, I think, and you have a time frame of work, and I am also having a time frame of work. Why people are copying? In the sense they don't find time. So it is not that they don't have the capacity and capability to do that. You should be able to create time for yourself. So whatever is your work, you should split your time and you should manage your time in order to work. See, how the time is being managed is very much important. Then the person will be judged according to the time. See, if you are calling your friend to your home for any treat, every friend will say yes, but can you give a treat to President of India? So make a call and say that, sir, today, so I have passed all my exams, so I am willing to give you a treat. Will he accept that? I hope no. Why? Because he is managing his time, and if you want to get a lecture from president, and if you want to get wishes from a president, and if a college is organizing, so before 3 months they have to get the appointment from the respected president. Why? Because this is the protocol of president around, in and around him. So I had one experience of calling president of India, and before 3 months we are working. So we have to arrange for the meeting and we have to give the dimension of the hall. See, just we cannot call him. So we have to give the hall capacity, we have to give the hall plan, and who are all will be sitting at which place and where will be the parking, everything we have to give. So without that they will not accept our proposal. So we have to submit a proposal. He may accept our proposal or he may not, but you have to give that. So these are the number of people who are going to attend, and we have parking facility here. Everything we have to make a document, and we have to welcome him for a speech of 15 or 20 minutes. His time is very valuable. So how much time he is spending at a particular place is very valuable. You see people who spend their time valuable, you can see the people are successful. Successful peoples are the people who manage the time well. So you don't have a syllabus for that. So fortunately or unfortunately, we don't have in university curriculum of managing the time. So it is also a deep and vast subject, how to manage and for what purpose you have to spend your time. See, spending time is to earn money. So you can earn money by spending time. You can gain knowledge by spending time. You can build your body by spending time. So if you make a workout for 15 or 20 minutes in a gym, you can gain body and you can gain your strength, you can improve your stamina. So time is a very, very precious thing. Whatever you spend, it gives the appreciation, it gives the price for that. So you will earn the price. So this is a wonderful thing and a wonderful phenomena. And even if you listen Hollywood movies, and if you are going for Hollywood movies, there will be multiple number of movies regarding time frame. And if you go back to the time frame, and they will rewind the time frame back and forth, and they will make a movie, it will be a wonderful hit. Why? Because this is a point of interest where everyone are common. So for all the students have same 24 hours, and for teachers we also have the same 24 hours, but how we spend, that is the thing, that depends who we are. So I don't think you as a small kid, and you are a grown people, and you should know the valuable of time. So you can make your time, and you have to create your time. You have to create time for yourself in order to work in your vision. So whatever the vision you are having, you have to put a quantum amount of time, so that you will become something. So if you are not working out your vision, so if you want to become a successful engineer in electronics and communication, you should have a vision. If you are interested in making 7G, now they are working for 5G throughout India. All the technologists are working for 5G. So has anyone thought about that? I don't know. So you rethink how would be the 5G speed, and how we can make the communication. So if you think like that, and if you put your time, and if you put your effort, first you should know what is 1G, and what is 2G, and what is 3G. Finally you can reach the level of 7G. Right now they are planning for virtual reality in the level of 5G, and at the 6 and 7 they can plan many and more things, that electronics and communication engineers are the core of the person who's working in this communication. And you can think that, and if you work, and if you put your effort, and if you are marching towards that, definitely you think that you will one day you will become a well known, a well recognized person. The time will give you the outcome for your work. So the way you spend your time is very much important. So these things I cannot share you within YouTube. So in YouTube I can record certain sessions, and I can share with you. Why? Because I am taking in YouTube is concentrating is very tough subject, students. How to concentrate for a whole 5 hours? So you have 5 hours of time, and you have each and every day you have to concentrate 5 hours, and it is very difficult to concentrate 5 hours. So even though if you are listening a class, so you would be concentrating on what the lecturer is saying, and how to understand, and how much it has gone into your head. So these things are all very tedious one. So out of 50, 20 students may listen, and 20 students may observe, and only 10 or little amount of students will think about that. Hearing, listening is first level, and thinking is the second level. So what they are saying, and where we can apply is known as thinking. So you should go to the next level called thinking. So these things I cannot teach you in a recorded session. So why I am doing that is, so even though you will be lagging in concentration, so that whenever you feel that you are ready for learning, so at that point of time you will get the complete lecture and the core concept. So this is what my intention to make YouTube sessions. So whenever you see, whenever you find out the core concept, what I taught will be there throughout the time. So 24 into 7 you can find the concept there. I try to make this for all the students. So this is what the intention, but certain things has to be discussed. So this is the platform to discuss with you, and the discussion is what you think and what I think. So we will come to a conclusion. So this is what the thing called a discussion, and the discussion is also required, and the offline interaction is very important. All our senses will be concentrated towards hearing here, but for everything, so for all the 5 senses we can share the knowledges. So this is the thing which we can have through offline sessions. I want one or two answers from you. Are you finding easy regarding the working out of problems? One or two can answer.
No, sir.
So it is difficult there.
Needs practice, sir.
Yeah, exactly. So I was also thinking that word called practice. So whatever we do, so you can see, you can observe, but if you have practice, so that is what I intended here to get your note and calculator, you'll get confidence. So that is the second level. So I may share my screen here. So then we will start our workout here. So now we will be looking into the resultant of coplanar non-concurrent force system. Okay, so this is a given data. So this is the first problem. A bracket is subjected to 5 forces and a couple as shown in figure. Determine the magnitude, direction and line of action. So these are the three things you have to find. So first thing is magnitude. What magnitude is? The magnitude of resultant and the direction, that is theta, and the third thing is line of action of resultant. So what do you mean by line of action is x and y intercept. Okay, these are the things what is being asked here, and this is the system of forces. So you can see the number of points. So A, B, C, D, E and F. So these are the points where you have forces. So at point A you have a vertical force, and at point B you have a vertical downward force. Like that, at each and every point you have forces. So whenever you find an inclined force, you should resolve vertically and horizontally. So inclined load, that is 6 kilonewton and 8 kilonewton, which is at an angle of 45 degree at point F, and at point E you have 30 degree. So I said a concept that, so whenever you find an angle, so it should be with along with the horizontal axis. So the angle is with horizontal axis, that is 30 degree. So at both the sides you have the angle with horizontal axis, and also for all inclined force you should resolve vertically and horizontally. So this is what the thing you have to remember when you are proceeding the sums. And also there is a different load. So can you see a arc here? So there is an arc at the point D, and this is a force called moment. So I have earlier explained what you mean by moment or couple, and there is a moment here. Say for example, if there is a fan or if there is a wind turbine, so the wind turbine always rotates, leaf of the wind turbine also rotates. So if that kind of force is there, you will have a moment like this. So in fan you can see the rotor always rotates. So that kind of force is known as a moment here, and moment has, so this is a clockwise moment. Why? Because it rotates in the direction of the movement of clock. So you have a clockwise movement. This is different. So in the previous problem you have not seen this kind of force, and everywhere they have given the unit in terms of kilonewton centimeter. So you can observe here that between each and every point, that is point A to B, the distance is given in terms of centimeter. So you can note that, and the forces are given in terms of kilonewton. So what do you mean by kilonewton is, so in the last problem terms of Newton, and if you multiply into 1000 you will be getting kilonewton, and 6 kilonewton is 6000 Newton. So anyhow, okay, let us solve the problem. So first thing is what you need a magnitude. So how to find magnitude of resultant? So for resultant you have a formula that summation of f of x square plus summation of f of y square. So you have to find f of x and f of y. What is f of x? You know that you should resolve all the forces horizontally, and okay, at point A you don't have a horizontal force, point B doesn't have, but at point C you have a horizontal force of 6 kilonewton which is acting right hand side. So plus 6 it is taken here, and at point D you don't have any force, that is horizontal force. At point E you have a inclined member. So this inclined member either can be resolved horizontally and vertically. So we are interested in sum of f of x, and that is horizontal force, so you have to resolve horizontally, that is 6 cos 30. So it is acting at left hand side, hence it is minus. So minus 6 cos 30 degree, and also at the point F if you resolve you will be getting 8 cos 45 degree, and this will also be acting left hand side, and hence it is minus. So if you add that, minus 4.853 kilonewton will be your answer. Summation of f of y. I am taking all the forces along y direction, that is upward. So what are the upward force? 5 kilonewton is at upward, that is plus 5, and 5 kilonewton at point B is acting downward, hence minus 5 is written here. And next thing, yes, at point E and F you have to resolve this component into vertical, and 6 sine 30 will be going at downward direction, minus 6 sine 30 degree is downward direction. And if you resolve 8 sine 45 degree, this will be acting upward, hence it is plus, and plus 8 sine 45 degree equal to, you will be getting 2.656 kilonewton. So you have found out f of x and f of y. You have to square that and root, you will be getting the resultant. Now we found that, see, you are having 6 number of forces here. If you make all the 6 number of force into a single force, then it is known as 5.532 kilonewton. So you have made all the forces into a single force, but you don't know at which point this force is acting. So let us find that. Okay, so next thing is theta. You have to find theta. So for that you have a formula of sum of f of y and f of x. So you got f of y as 2.656, that is 2.656, and f of x is minus 4.853 kilonewton. And if you divide that, you will be getting the theta, that is minus 28.69 degree. So the resultant is found and the angle is found. Third thing is, you should find the line of action. So for that you need to find the moment. So how to find the moment? Take the moment at the point A. So when we are taking moment at point A, the force is acting at the point A, so you cannot consider this force. Why? Because to take moment, the formula is load into distance. So you don't have distance at point A, hence the 5 kilonewton cannot be taken. And the next force you have is B. At point B you have 5 kilonewton, which is acting downward, and the formula for moment is load into distance. So 5 kilonewton into distance is 15 centimeter. So 5 into 15, which will be clockwise. So this will be rotating in clockwise, hence plus 5 into 15. So plus 5 into 15 is written here. And next at point C, you have 6 kilonewton and you are taking moment at point A. So load into perpendicular distance. So load is acting horizontal direction, hence you have to take the perpendicular distance as 10 centimeter. So you note the difference here. You should not take the distance as 30 centimeter. Why? Because the load is horizontal, you have to take vertical distance. At point A, 6 into 10. So this will be acting clockwise, hence 6 into 10, which is plus. And at the point D, you have a moment. So moment is purely given here, hence the value of moment is 10 and it is a clockwise moment. So plus 10. So you can take this as plus 10. So no need of taking distance here. If your load is point load, you have to take distance, but your load itself a moment. So this kind of arrow is indicated by moment. If your load itself a moment, you just have to take the value, that is the quantity, that is plus 10 kilonewton centimeter. That's all. So plus 10 is written here. And when you are resolving this 6 kilonewton, vertical and horizontal force will be there. So you cannot take the horizontal resolution. Why? Because this 6 kilonewton, if you resolve horizontally, you will have the same line of action. So you will not have perpendicular line. So 6 kilonewton cannot be taken horizontally. And if you resolve vertically, 6 sine 30 will come. And after resolving, what is the distance? 15 plus 15 plus 15, that is 45 centimeter. So 6 sine 30 into 45. So 6 sine 30 into 45, which will be clockwise moment. Hence it is taken as plus. And the last force is F. So F is resolved horizontally and vertically. And if you resolve horizontally, 8 cos 45. So your force is this and your distance will be 10 centimeter, and 8 cos 45 into 10. Okay, now this will be clockwise with respect to A, and the last force is 8 sin 45 into 45 centimeter distance, and 8 sin 45 into 45 centimeter distance. So which will be anti-clockwise moment, hence it is taken as negative. So sum of moment is being found out, and if you add all these things, you can see all the components are here, and you will be getting sum of MA. And note that the unit of moment is kilonewton centimeter. Why? Because what is the unit of force is Newton or kilonewton. So the moment formula is load into distance. So load, all the loads are in terms of kilonewton. So the unit of moment is kilonewton into the distance. So distance here is measured in terms of centimeter. So the unit of moment is kilonewton centimeter. So don't forget that. I see many of the students are forgetting to apply the unit. So whenever you find any answer, you should have certain unit. So the unit of moment is kilonewton centimeter here. And after finding sum of MA, you can find D easily. And 82 you got as sum of moment, and if you divide by 5.532, this is the resultant. Sum of MA divided by R is D. So if you divide that, you will be getting 14.825. And X and Y intercept you can find by using this formula. You will be getting 30.873 and 16.89 centimeter. So this is the requirement here. I hope that all the students got this concept. So shall I move to next problem?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes. Let us take a next problem. See, this is by using this picture, you have to observe that either this is what kind of a problem, and in what module you are solving, that you have to remember. You can see here there is a T shape section, and this is a T section. You have loads, and by observing that you can see that this is a single plane. So what do you mean by coplanar is, if all the forces are acting in a single plane, then it is called a coplanar, and only single plane is available. And you can see that there are 3 number of forces and one moment, and all the 4 number of forces are not acting at a single point, so it is known as the non-concurrent force system. Now you have to remember that. Okay, for non-concurrent force system you have 3 number of formulas. What are they? First one is resultant, and second one is to find theta, and third one is to find the D distance, that is, and if you find D, you will be finding X and Y intercept. So these are the formula. So you will get an imagination, and by applying this, by using the formula, you can easily find the solution. So the given data is a bracket is subjected to a coplanar force system as shown in figure, and determine the magnitude and line of action of single resultant of force system. In the resultant is to pass through B, what should be the magnitude and direction of the couple? So this is the question here, and you have to find the magnitude and line of action. First let us find these things. Okay, and for finding this you have this formula. First find f of x, that is summation of f of x, all horizontal forces. So at point A and C you have 250 kilonewton which is acting downward, and it is vertical, and only point inclined here is 450 newton which is inclined. So you can find the horizontal force of this inclined force. Okay, so cos 60 into 450 which will be acting at right hand side after resolution. So you have 450 into cos 60. If you multiply, you will be getting 225 Newton. And sum of f of y, resolving all forces vertically, 250 is acting downward and another 250 is acting downward. So if you add that, you will be getting 500. So minus 500 is written here, and you can resolve 450 Newton. into sine 60, and 450 sine 60 will be acting at upward. So if you add that, you will be getting minus 110.29 Newton. Okay. So after that, you can find the resultants. The resultant can be found out by squaring and rooting. So you can see if you get negative value or positive value, when you are squaring that, all the signs will be vanished. So the resultant purely will be positive. So how many problems if you solve, you have to note that your resultant cannot be negative. Why? Because whenever you are finding resultant, this value has to be squared and rooted, and by doing this process, whatever might be your value, sum of f of x and f of y both can be negative, but even though it is negative, after substituting here, you will be getting resultant as a positive force only. Okay, and you can find d here, and to find d you need to take moment. So let us take moment at a. So here a small letter is given, summation of m suffix a. So it is meaning that you have to take moment at point A. So if I take at point A, I have a force at C. So 250 into the distance will be 2 meter. So this will be acting clockwise. So 250 into 2, that is plus. And you have a 450 Newton force at the point B. And if you resolve vertically, so this is inclined, you have to resolve. So if you resolve vertically, 450 sine 60 degree will come, and which will be acting anti-clockwise, and minus 450 into sine 16 is given, and its distance is 1 meter, hence the 1 meter is given here. And also I earlier indicated that 100 Newton meter, which is a moment. So whenever you are taking moment here, you have to just take the 100 Newton as it is, no need to multiply with the moment. And the moment is a positive moment. Why? It rotates in the direction of clock, and plus 100. So plus 100 is written here. That's all. So you cannot take the 250 load which is acting at point A. Okay. So if you add that, you will be getting sum of MA is 210.29 Newton meter. Why the unit here is Newton meter? You can observe that the load is in terms of Newton and your distance in terms of meter. So the moment unit is Newton meter here. And finally you can find the D. D is found as 0.84, and X and Y intercept you can find. If you need tan theta, you can find how to find tan theta, sum of f of y. So what is f of y? 110.29, and 225 is the f of y. So you can find the theta, that is minus 26.10 degree. Now you can locate here. So the x intercept is located as 0.935, and y intercept it is located as 1.906, and you can see the d here as 0.84 meter, and this is the line. So the resultant, you can see, even though the load is acting downward, the resultant is acting somewhere at different direction. You can see that even though all the load is downward and upward, the resultant is somewhere around here. So after that, this member will be subjected to a force which is at this angle. So this angle is negative, and the angle is 26.10 degree. And determine the resultant of a forces as shown in figure, acting on 40 mm into 40 mm size lamina, and each grid of a size 10 mm and 10 mm is the size. Determine the x and y intercept also. So you have to find resultant and find the x and y intercept. This is the simple thing they have given. And why I thought this is a different problem is, here they have given the grid line. So you can see these are the grids, and the grids are equally distributed into 10 mm by 10 mm. So you can see small boxes, and the forces are given and the angle is not given. You can see that at the point O, the force 200 Newton is given, but there is no angle, and instead of angle they have given grids here, that is 200 Newton, 400, 150, 250, yes, also 100. So 5 number of forces is acting here. So let us find one by one. To start or to proceed with, you need angle. So how to find theta 2 is, so theta 2, if you take that this as a triangle, so imagine this as a triangle and you have two ordinates, that is two grids. So what is the distance of a single grid is 10 mm and two grid is 20 mm. So you have a adjacent side which is 20 mm and opposite side as 40 mm. So if you apply tan theta, opposite side by adjacent, opposite is 40, adjacent is 20. So 40 by 20 is theta 2. Now you can find theta 2 here, and if you tan inverse, theta 2 is 63.43 degree. So now you found the theta 2, and for theta 1 you use the same concept, that is a single grid is there and single grid is 10 mm. If you apply tan theta here, that is 30 mm by 10 mm. So 30 by 10 tan inverse, if you tan inverse that, you will be getting 71.57 degree. Now you found the angle. First check that what are all the forces, and if there is inclined force, it should be with an angle along with horizontal axis. Two angles, and by using this two angle, let us find sum of f of x and all the horizontal forces. That is, you can resolve this 200 force into cos the theta 2 is 63. 200 cos 63, this will be plus, and plus 200 cos 63 degrees written here, and at next point you have 100 Newton which is acting right hand side, which is plus, and 100 Newton is there. Also 400 Newton is acting with respect to the angle of theta 1. So theta 1 is 71, so cos 71 degree into 400, which is plus. So cos 71.57 into 400, and the last force is 150 kilonewton which is acting right hand side, and 150 which is acting right hand side, which is plus. Okay, so if you add that, you will be getting 465.916 Newton, and if you find f of y, you have 250 Newton which is downward and is minus, and you can take 400 sine 71 which is minus, 400 sine 71, and 200 sine 63 which will be plus. Okay, if you add that, you will be getting minus 450.58 Newton, and the resultant will be 648.16 Newton. Okay, so you can find the tan theta here, it is minus 44.04 degree. So the resultant is indicated here. You can see that it is acting at downward direction and the angle is minus 44.04 degree. So next you have to find the moment. So at the point O, if you take moment, 150 is the force which is horizontal and the distance is 40, and 150 into 40 load into distance, which will be clockwise, and you have applied 150 into 40, and the second force is 400 sine 71 degree, which will be acting clockwise. So the rest of the thing doesn't have distance, so you cannot take 250 Newton. Why? Because it doesn't have distance. Also 100 kilonewton is acting along the axis, hence you cannot take this forces, and you got the answer as 21,178.9 Newton mm, and the x and y intercept is being taken as 47 mm and 45.45 mm. Okay. Determine the magnitude and direction of resultant force for the force system as shown in figure. The same plane is given here, and you can see a moment which is acting at 8 kilonewton meter. They have given a slope called 1:2, that is for one vertical, two horizontal distance. So you know the concept how to find the theta if a slope is given. What you have to find is, you have to consider this as a triangle, and for this triangle, how will you find the theta? You can find by using opposite side by adjacent. You can take tan theta and opposite side is 1, adjacent side is 2. So 1 by 2 will be tan theta, and if you want theta you can make tan inverse, that is you will be getting minus 26.56 degree, and the degree is found with respect to horizontal angle, and rest of the things are same. Locate the resultant force with respect to the point D. Now with the respective to point D, if they are asking at a separate point, see, so far you have taken moment with respect to point A. In the given data, they have indicated that locate the resultant with respect to point D. You can locate with point C and point B at anywhere. There are 4 points. You can locate at anywhere. What you have to do is you have to just take moment with respect to the point which is given. Okay, now let us find sum of f of x and f of y. If I resolve 5 kilonewton into cos 26.56 degree, it will be left hand side, and hence it is minus 5 cos 26.56. And next thing is you have 4 kilonewton which is acting right hand side, and plus 4, answer is minus 0.472 is f of x, and f of y is minus 6. Why? It is acting downward, and 5 kilonewton, if you resolve vertically, you will be getting 5 sine 26 degree. So minus 5 26 degree, that's all. So these are the two forces, and you can find the resultant by using this answer. After finding the resultant, you can find the angle alpha by dividing sum of f of y by f of x, that is 86.72 degree. So now let us take the moment which is D. So if I take moment at D, I have a moment which is acting at point D itself. So it is an anti-clockwise moment. Okay, then you have to consider this moment as minus 8. So you can see here there is minus 8 is considered, and you don't have any distance for a moment. Just take the moment, and if you resolve 5 kilonewton into horizontal force, you will be not having any moment. You have to resolve this vertically, that is 5 sine 26 degree, and this will become vertical force. Now you can take the distance. So what is the distance from point D? 2 meter, and 2 into 5 sine 26.56 degree, so which will be acting anti-clockwise. And next thing is 6 kilonewton into distance is 1 meter, and this will be also anti-clockwise, hence minus 6 into 1. Finally you have 4 kilonewton and its perpendicular distance is 1.2 meter, and this will be clockwise moment, hence 4 into 1.2. and after finding sum of MD, you can find the D intercept, which you can get is 1.657, and X and Y intercept you have found by using this formula. So now it's open for discussion. So throughout this module 1 you can discuss if you have any doubt. So from next class we can discuss the module 2.
Sir, if we study this method is enough for exam, sir.
Yeah, so see, there are number of books available. That is Bansal, R.K. Bansal book is available, and other local authors are available. There are number of books available for this subject, and what I suggest you is there are n number of methods to solve a problem. So in each and every book you find a different method of solving a problem, and I insist you to follow this procedure. See, for each and every kind of a topic, I have a method of analyzing easily. So if you follow this method, whatever might be the given data, you can easily find the requirement. So in a different author or in a different book, the way of solution will be different, and the author will be explaining it in a different mode. So by their experience, they will, each and every person have their own way of solving. So what I suggest you is, see, I have found a method of analyzing the problems throughout all the 5 modules. So, which I will be discussing with you. So, from your other classmates, you can search notes, and if you study, the things will be different way of solving. So, it is okay with it if you find the answer correctly, all the procedures are right. So, you can reach the destiny. What the thing is, they will ask the requirement, either resultant force or angle, anything they will ask, but you should reach the point correctly. You are independent to follow whatever method you want. I don't stress at that point. So you are independent. If you find my method is very much easy, then you can follow this method. So in my classes or in my recorded session, I follow my path. So I have found a route for everything. So if you play GTA or if you play any games, so everybody will having some route or how to tackle this mission. So I also have certain way of tackling the problems. So in that way I will be solving that. So each and every student have the independent way of choosing their path. So I am not going to interfere on that. But whatever might be your path, you can ask me answer, and you can ask me doubt. I will be able to clarify your doubt. I hope that you don't have any doubt here, and see you soon. Thank you, students. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.